Good morning, good afternoon, good night. It's the 28th of June, 2023, Wednesday morning in New York. We have major news coming out at 9:30 a.m. And that is all the banking chairs and governors speaking at Sintra in Portugal at the European Central Bank Conference, okay, talking about monetary policy. They are participating in a panel discussion titled Policy Panel at the ECB Forum, okay, and Jerome Powell speaking, Bank of Japan, UAIDA speaks, and Bank of England, the Governor Bailey speaks. So that is the news at 9:30 a.m. Okay, expect the market to have some kind of movement during that time. If we look at US 30 on the daily, bullish push out of here. Interesting at the moment. Okay, it did not sell off hard. We're still in this uptrend. Okay, on the daily time frame, strong uptrend. Not a strong uptrend. It's quite a weak uptrend, but we are in an uptrend nonetheless on US 30. As we go down to the 1 hour time frame, kicked out. Okay, here kicked out of this channel to the upside. A lot of you that were watching me trade live yesterday, I'm practicing live streaming at the moment. I've got it up and running properly now. And hence no analysis yesterday. I've got to get that sorted out. But when I was streaming live yesterday, we were watching this push to the upside. We saw this massive push at the US 30 at the open, and we knew that was key to stay out for the rest of the session. We pushed all the way up to this area of supply. So strong break of structure here on this downtrend, and it looks like a resumption of the uptrend here on the 1 hour and also on the daily. If we look at it here, this is on the 5-minute US 30 coming to the session. Big kick yesterday. Okay, directional play possible yesterday. And now on the 2-minute, on the 5-minute here, if we go down the 2-minute on US 30, just to look at the river, see there was a nice sell yesterday, a push for the rest of the session. What am I looking at here? I'm looking for a shallow collapse back down to demand here before a buy back to the upside. Okay, that kind of kick. At the open news down maybe here and then upside. It was quite a strong kick to the upside. We could get a continuation all the way back down to this area here, but I just say it's going to kick back down and then push back up. And may get us a nice little kick here. But with your buy, you can hang on to the buy a little bit longer. Dare say it's going to push harder. The sell, I'd just be wary of sells at the moment because we have shifted momentum to the upside. If we look at the dollar index at the moment on the daily, we see the dollar index pushing back up. That means that we do have strong dollar. The US dollar is strong, okay, compared to the other currency basket. So you can see on the 1 hour, this is pushing up, and this is causing means that the other currencies are strengthening against the US dollar. So we can see here on the British pound, for example, with this kick to the downside, okay, coming into this area of supply right now here, strong waterfall at the moment, okay, a nice JPY, a pound JPY short on the 5-minute from earlier today that's closed nicely here as we kicked across on the ribbon after lunch, after the London Open and pushed down to this area here in the 5-minute time frame. Looking at British pound for mean reversion, knife edge fall at the moment. I wouldn't be touching that at the moment. Very strong kick as well to the upside on the dollar. So I wouldn't be touching this at the moment for any mean reversion trades. We can see that we are pushing to the downside. It's too late to get on this at the moment, and I dare say we'll probably get maybe a kick back up at lunch before a continuation sell. So could be a nice selling opportunity for a longer term 5-minute trade, but for scalping, I'd stay out of a British pound for today's session. For mean reversion scalping, sorry. Other trades that I'm looking at, NAS. I'm not really looking at NAS at the moment. Gold is kicking to the downside. All right, if we look at gold now, it's going for it. It's going to go to 1900, but it's pushing slowly. Did have a tentative trade on gold. What was the gold trade that was on? No, it didn't actually. Cruising to the downside. Don't know what's going to happen around the news or at the open here. It's a little too late for this trade. For now, I'd love to see it kick up at the open, and then try and get in on a short. So wait for it to kick up at the open and then back up to that area and then try and get on that short. So I'm looking at for a 5-minute pullback there. So that's my tentative trade plan there, something like that. Okay, small risk reward. a small stop loss up there, and looking for like something like, you know, along the lines of a 2.5 to a 2 to 1 risk reward there. And on oil, we've got this one here that's about to close that we got in at the supply zone. So kicked back up to supply, sold off, back down here. Oil's nice. Same trade yesterday at the open. Beautiful trade yesterday that I ended up taking here. Just riding these waves as oil pushes back. So of course the gameplay for this session is something down here, okay, and then maybe a kick back up to that area, maybe a little higher, and then I'm looking to resume the selling process on something like that later after the session. Yeah, that's the gameplay here for oil for me as it pushes down to 70 and continues to push down just continue this downtrend that we're in at the moment. That's the next plan there for oil. That's my analysis for this morning. I'm sitting on that. I'm going to be streaming live tomorrow night. Okay. If you've watched this and you're interested in watching that, reach out to me. Obviously, everybody in the team will see that. And I've got my streaming down. There's an 8-second delay, so I've got an Ethernet cable now, and internet's fast and everything. And I've got an 8-second delay, so it's pretty good. And so I'll be streaming tomorrow from around 7 p.m. We've got news tomorrow coming out. What is it tomorrow? We have final GDP and unemployment claims at 8:30 a.m. ET tomorrow. So I'm going to be streaming for that, starting at 7 and just rolling into it and doing this probably every single night, streaming moving forward. So have a great night trading. Look at your mean reversion. Pound looks pretty solid to the downside, so I'd stay out of that for mean reversion wise. But other than that, enjoy. Cheers.